I have to get this out of the way right off the bat, and I promised Danberg I wouldn't dwell on it, but you worked under another name for a little while, and you're no longer going by it. So tell everybody about the transition from Saturyne to Hania.
Who's Saturyne? I'm just kidding. I'm playing. Well, let's see. The transition from Saturyne to Hania the Howling Huntress. Probably the best thing I've ever done for myself. I'm really, really happy being Hania. And, I mean, it's obviously something I'm more comfortable doing. It's just me in a nutshell, you know. I'm very, very, very pleased with how she's come out and what I've gotten to do so far. And I couldn't be happier with my gimmick, you know. I'm not in a pink mask anymore, you know. I don't like the color pink, just so you know. And there's no star on my forehead. I'm pretty happy, you know. I'm pretty happy being the Howling Huntress, the she-wolf. You know, it works for me.
So, just to clarify, and like I said, I'm not going to dwell on it, was it that you just didn't like having your face covered? You weren't into being, like, considered a luchador? Is that kind of where you came from with that?
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think my face is a face that belongs in a mask?
No. I think your face is very attractive, and I'm not trying to hit on you. I'm just answering the question honestly.
Oh, no, yeah, answer the question. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. I just wanted the question answered. I just didn't feel like it was something for me, and I feel like I can perform much better without it. And, you know, it's not just a comfort thing, you know, like forget the fact that it was irritating and causing breakouts and just not comfortable. I just could not grow as a performer and could not grow as an artist because I wasn't expressing myself. You know, wrestling's an art and wrestling is how I express myself, and I was stifled at Saturyne. So I have set myself free, and I am so much happier, and I just, it wasn't for me. Like, maybe that works for other people. It doesn't work for me. It's not for me, you know?
Well, I'm glad that you found something that does work for you because, judging by the matches that I've been able to see as the Howling Huntress, you're very much enjoying yourself now. You're putting on great matches with Nia, with Arlene, with a whole variety of people. You're doing great things now.
Thank you. Thank you.
In fact, I was a little frustrated with you two because I tried to watch your match with Cherry Bomb, and there was only like 2 minutes of it up. I didn't get to see the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a tease, that one. I'm not happy that there's not more of my stuff out there, you know. I guess it takes time because not many companies just want to put their matches on YouTube for free, you know. So it's going to be a while before there's more stuff that you can easily access, hopefully.
Very cool. Now, let's just clarify it because you mentioned that it was a Hopi word. So you have original American ancestry. It's part of your blood, or what?
Yes, that is legit. Yes.
Okay, I didn't know, so I didn't want to assume.
Yeah, no, yes. A lot of people do ask. Yes, you can be reassured. I am actually Native American. It is real.
See, and I don't even know the correct terminology anymore. I don't know if it's Native American or original American
Native American Indian. American Indian is what is preferred. But, you know.
Okay.
American Indian, that's probably the best way to put it.
All right. Well, in a related note, then, have you had any discussions with like tribal members, you know, people that are similar background to yourself about whether the character is, you know, it represents everything that you want to represent, or is that not something that even comes up?
Well, I haven't spoken with anyone who is really involved in the American Indian lifestyle or their culture. I've spoken to people who, you know, claim to, you know, have American Indian in them, and you know, they like it, you know, they try to relate to it. But I've spoken to, you know, about it with my family, and they definitely like the fact that, you know, I'm representing it in a way that is not, you know, so superficial or you know, almost commercial. Like, you know, it's something I'm trying. I don't want it to be this over the top like American Indian theme thing. I just want to represent, you know, part of myself, and I want to focus more on the fact that I think that I'm a wolf. You know, I don't want the fact that it's American Indian character to, to dwell on that. I don't want to dwell on the race, the culture. I want to dwell on just the fact that I am a high-flying, hard-hitting animal she-wolf creature who howls at the moon and kicks people's heads in. I don't want it to be too focused on the fact that I'm American Indian. It's just there. It's just something that's there.
Right. And as Sierra just said in our chat room, you're not trained to be the female Chief J Strongbow.
I'm sorry, say it again?
Oh, Sierra just said in our chat room that you're not trained to be the female Chief J Strongbow.
Right, yeah. No. I'm not the female Tatanka.
Well, thank God for that. So, I'm glad you're not portraying any stereotypes out there. You're just representing yourself and, like you said, being a she-wolf. You're being, a spiritual, animalistic, kick-ass wrestler. That's great.
Yeah.
That's what we want. So,
like all the companies I've worked for so far, like AWS, for example, in California, like they came to me and said that they liked my look and asked me for, to come, if I'd be interested in coming out there. So I feel like, if anything, this gimmick is getting me more bookings than Saturyne was, because I think people like the look of the character, and hopefully they like my face and they want to book me if they can see it. And I mean, I don't have to really explain to people like I don't do this anymore. It hasn't been an issue.
well, on a different note, Hania, I want to ask you, since you've had so many fabulous matches both with and without it, now that you're Hania the Howling Huntress and you're getting known for being so hard-hitting and fierce, who out there that's as hard-hitting and fierce as you that you haven't wrestled yet would you like to have a one-on-one match with?
Wow. I would say this particular person is extremely hard-hitting. It would be a dream match for me. Kana. I would really love to wrestle Kana. That's probably who I would pick.
What about Amazing Kong, Awesome Kong? Any chance you want to work with her?
Oh, that would be wonderful. Absolutely.
I think I could easily go for that, and I'm sure Sierra could go for a Kana match. She's probably ecstatic hearing you say that.
Yeah, I want everybody to take on Kana at once in their life.
I don't know how well I'd fare.
Yeah, no, Dan, you and I are not wrestling Kana. We'd both get our asses kicked.
Exactly. For those of you listening, I'm actually Hania is in my apartment right now, and I can verify there's no way I could take her in a fight. She would ruin me. Like, she's built more than I would ever be built in my entire life. And I've known her for a while now, and I'm waiting for her to look. Yeah. See, she's giving me the eye right now. She knows to take me.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that leads to my next question, Dan, because this is something we see occasionally on the independent scene, and we never get to see in WWE or TNA because they have rules, quote unquote, kayfabe rules about it. But since it's the independents and you can do what you want, how does Hania feel about having intergender matches? What are your thoughts on it, Hania?
I always love intergender matches. That was probably the one thing I enjoyed about being Saturyne, was having intergender matches. I do like it. It's very fun for me. I just recently had a match. I mean, I've had a couple as Hania. I've had one against Eric Corvus, Dan Barry, and Pinky Sanchez, all of which I freaking had a blast, and it's a fun dynamic. I get to do, I get to do a lot of more cooler things, and it's just fun. It's I don't know. It's just fun beating up a dude.
Are they ever surprised that you hit as hard as you do? Do they think that you're probably going to go soft in there with them and then you shock them?
Oh, no, I think I haven't really had too many cases where guys take it easy on me because I'm a girl. Like, I really did not get much of that. I really didn't. Maybe a little bit at first, but no. Like, they hit me just as hard, I think, as they do the guys. And, I mean, I enjoy it. It's always fun. It's always fun.
Very cool. So, out of all the matches you've had as Hania the Howling Huntress, which one do you rate as your favorite so far?
Ooh, oh man, let me think about that. I keep saying after I have a match, oh, that was my favorite. Oh, that was my favorite. The one I had with Lufisto, I'm sorry. Oh my God, Lufisto in California.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that. I just wrestled Kimberly at AIW, and I really, really enjoyed that one as well. Those two, I really liked.
Well, you'll be happy to know that Sierra wrote about both of them here on the site, and she was very excited for those matches when they were announced.
Yeah, I heard about those, and I was like, I can't wait to get these on DVD, especially the match with Lufisto, because I was just like, Lufisto has a style that not everybody can grasp, and I was just like, her high flying and kicking, and then Lufisto, it's just a great one. And I heard from a lot of people that attended the show that they really enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I enjoyed it too. Like, she's amazing. She was so amazing to work with, and I feel like it was easy. Like I said, we had good chemistry, and I was really happy with that.
Yeah,
I was really happy with that match.
You recently,
Same with Kimberly.
Kimberly is another one. I can't say there's been a match of hers that I haven't enjoyed, and it seems like her, past couple of matches, it's like she just gels with everyone. And so I know that's going to be explosive when those DVDs come out from Girls Night Out 11 and 12. And you also got to work Nikki Storm.
Yes, I did. I was so excited when I found out I was going to get to work. I was like, wow. That was fun as well. She's great.
That's a big deal because, she's just now starting to get, more dates in the United States. And she's somebody I've been watching over in the UK with, Pro Wrestling Eve and, when she was working over in Japan promotions. And to finally see her come over here and mix it up with the girls in the United States and Canada is just like, gosh, she's one explosive competitor.
Yeah. So charismatic, too. I love her energy.
Yes. She has that energy. It's just like, you can't help but pay attention to her because you don't know what she's going to do next.
Yeah.
And there's not many people out here that have that now. And she has it. And it's just like, wow.
Sure.
Well, I got another question for Hania. When you were growing up as a wrestling fan, when you were a little pup before you became the Howling Huntress, the She-Wolf, who were your favorites when you were growing up as a kid?
Yes, thank you for asking me this question. My favorite one, to this day, my favorite wrestler of all time will always be Shawn Michaels. I love Shawn Michaels from the moment I laid eyes on him. And it's not just because he's a beautiful man, but it's because he is just so magical. Like, he has always been able to pull just every ounce of emotion out of me when I watch him. I started watching wrestling when I was 12 years old, which, by the way, he also started watching wrestling when he was 12 years old. And he just always just pulled all this emotion out of me. Like, I have cried watching Shawn Michaels wrestle. Like, I cried when he lost to Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. I always loved him. He will always be my favorite wrestler ever.
I can't disagree with you. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no, it's okay. It's okay.
No, I just wanted to say
about Shawn Michaels. I can talk about Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, the all-time best match I ever saw live at WrestleMania was Shawn Michaels Undertaker. So I have the utmost worlds of respect for him.
You got to see that live?
Yeah, I sat sixth row ringside. I was blown away.
Oh my God. Are you so disappointed that Shawn Michaels didn't even make an appearance at this past WrestleMania? Because I was a little upset about that.
I was disappointed, but I wasn't surprised since I read all the dirt sheets and nobody said that he had been contacted to make an appearance. So I figured he's probably going to be off hunting and fishing. That's what he loves to do now.
It's not WrestleMania without Shawn Michaels. I don't care what anyone says.
I can't disagree with you on that one bit, but it sounded like you were going to mention some other wrestlers, so I apologize for interrupting.
Oh, yes. Oh, no, it's okay. I'm just going to move over to the females. Probably, it's really hard because when I first started watching wrestling, that was when Lita came back from her neck injury. And I really loved Lita. I loved Trish. I loved Gail Kim. I loved Mickie James. I like Mickie James more. Like, I really like Mickie James. She's one of my favorites. But I like her TNA stuff more than I do her WWE stuff. And she's definitely up there in my favorites, especially as far as females go. But when I was just a puppy, probably my favorite female. Ooh, that's really hard because it's really hard to pick between Trish and Lita. Like, it was like half and half for each of them. So I don't know. I can't really pick a favorite female from when I was growing up.
Judging by their Hall of Fame speeches, I would say they'd pick each other. Lita would pick Trish, and Trish would pick Lita. So why even choose? Pick both.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Boom.
So how did you feel about that Hall of Fame? I really enjoyed her speech. I think it went longer than a lot of people expected, but I was glad Lita got to say everything that she'd never had the chance to say.
I'm just glad Lita got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Because I listening to like interviews of her and stuff, I feel like she didn't have I don't think she was the happiest with the way she went out, how she retired. So I'm glad that she's, on a good note with everyone and they put her in the Hall of Fame like she deserves to be.
Yeah. It kind of felt like she got the curtain call that she never got to have. She finally got to go out there and be, respected for everything that she accomplished and tell the stories that she never got to tell. And I personally love the fact that she made Rey Mysterio and Arn Anderson drink a beer.
That's adorable.
It was. And you could tell she had been wanting to do that for a long time.
Oh, we love Lita.
Yeah, we do. She's awesome. I saw her women's title match at Raw, and that's probably still my favorite women's title match of all time was getting that live in front of me in Omaha. I was just blown away. I may be a wrestling interviewer, but I'm still a wrestling mark at heart. And when I see a good match live, I just go nuts for it.
We're all marks at heart. Every last one of us. Whoever tries to deny it is a liar.
Exactly. I think somebody said once in an interview that you kind of have to be a mark to get into the wrestling business to begin with.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's anything else.
Mm-hmm. So, Sierra, Dan, I don't want to monopolize it. I want to give you guys a chance. So, Sierra, go ahead and let Dan in when you want.
Okay. I was just going to ask you, did you get to catch WrestleMania 30 this past weekend?
Yes, I got to watch the whole thing.
What did you think about the streak ending?
God, are you going to really make me talk about this? Because I can't. I can't talk about this, guys. I can't do it. I don't understand. It still hasn't fully registered in my brain. I have not accepted it as reality yet. It's still not a thing of, it's not real to me. I'm still in total shock and disbelief. I do not believe it. I do not believe it. And I can go on and on forever as to why I don't understand. But the only thing I'm going to say about it is it really makes me sad because I feel like every match that has come before this one, like Shawn Michaels, for example, and Triple H, I feel like it just makes it obsolete. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, those matches, it's not fair to me. It's just not fair. And Brock Lesnar was one of my favorites growing up in the early 2000s as well. But when he went away, I just, when I think of a wrestler, I don't think of Brock Lesnar anymore. He just went away and did his own thing and comes back. And, I just heard, did he not literally say in interviews he only does it for the money? I mean, I just don't understand why someone who only does this for the money is the one who just ends the streak. And, that's some really legendary career-changing. That's a really serious thing. It's just, I just can't believe it, guys. I just don't believe it. I just don't even believe that it's reality. I can't. I cannot believe it.
Not to
really thought.
I mean, not to butt in or anything really, but it should have been more of a torch passing. It should have been somebody who's the future of the business, which is why it made sense that we were getting all these reports of him asking for Daniel Bryan. And things didn't play out that way because of, CM Punk leaving and needing to fill a gap and a lackluster world heavyweight title match. So that's just how the cards got shuffled. But there had to have been somebody else on the roster, like a Cesaro or a Roman Reigns or somebody like that, where it would have made more sense because they're going to be the person that sticks around. They're going to be a person that can, pin that to their sleeve, and I'm the guy that beat the streak, and have that be a legacy that he's going to carry on for another 10, 15 years in the company, as opposed to Brock, who knows when he's going to leave.
Oh God, yeah, you're so right. You're so right. It's just like, why? Why does he deserve that? What has he done in wrestling? Really, really, what has he done? I just don't get it. Don't get it. When you compare him to all the other legendary people who have tried and not succeeded, like, why does he get it? I just want to know the reason. Because maybe I'm retarded. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe someone needs to sit me down and explain to me why. Because I don't get it.
Well, stick around then for our Brian Fritz interview after this, because I taped it earlier today, and Brian and I go into the reasons why it happened and how it happened and who made the decision to make it happen, because Brian knows a lot of people in WWE, and he's got kind of an inside look at it, so there's some good information there.
Okay, well.
If I start talking about it all now, everybody's going to hear it twice, so I kind of have to hold back a little bit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Well, then, what did you think of the Divas title match? Every woman in the company practically all against AJ for the belt.
Yeah, I don't know why it was just a giant, like, I don't know why they all threw them in the ring at one time. Like, why wouldn't they just pick, why would they make it a triple threat or a fatal four-way? Like, anything would have been better than just throwing them all in there at the same time, I think. But what do I know about wrestling? I don't know. I can't say that I enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to anybody. So, I really don't have much to say about it. I like AJ. I am, though, excited that Paige is finally on, Raw and made her Raw debut. I think that's exciting. I have watched some of her stuff, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think we're all big Paige fans here on this show, and I didn't expect her to debut the night after Raw, but I have no complaints about it, because the minute AJ said, if you think you're ready for it, I'm going to put my title on the line right now, I was like, nobody should ever do that after WrestleMania, because you know what's going to happen.
Right, yeah, man.
I'm just glad they chose Paige I'm glad they chose Paige to be the one to do it, because she's been the longest reigning NXT Divas champion, and now she can hold both of those titles at once, and she's even said that she doesn't want to vacate the NXT title.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and she's the first one to do that, so I'm wondering how this is all going to play out, too. Is she just going to be top of both divisions? She's going to be, HBIC. She's running it.
Oh, man. Someone's got to do it.
I just wonder how long are we not going to, have that 1 week where Saraya Knight, her mother, just appears, and it's like, oh no, please. She scares me.
Who?
Her mother, sweet Saraya Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. She scares me.
Oh.
I'm just terrified of that woman.
Well, actually, that does lead to a good question. Hania, how much Shimmer have you gotten to see, and have you had a chance to talk to Dave Prazak about possibly being at a Shimmer taping?
I've already sent Dave Prazak my stuff, and I've already done my part in being a professional. So I just, that's it is what it is.
So you're just waiting for a call, basically.
Yeah, I guess.
She's waiting on the call, Dave.
We know Dave listens, because he's done things before that CR and I have talked about on this show. So Dave, make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Dave Prazak. Like, come on. I'm sure you'll be there sooner than later, because, he's just, Evilise just debuted over the past weekend after, a long time. So you never know. You might be called in one weekend to do tapings or a surprise pay-per-view and make your debut. He's really crafty with these surprises. No one knew half these people he had booked for the show Saturday.
Well, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. regardless. So.
Well, speaking of doing what you're doing, let's talk about upcoming dates. When and where are people going to be able to see Hania the Howling Huntress coming up?
Well, I have my next booking will be at BWO on the 26th in New Jersey, and then the 24th of May, I have Valkyrie in New York, and King and Queens for WSU is coming up, so you'll be able to see me there, hopefully. And of course, I have customs for NEWF, so if you want a custom match, please do that. Make up a match. Just, I'll do it.
All right. Well, Sierra, I know she just mentioned Valkyries, so do you have any questions related to that?
Are you excited about the debut of another women's promotion?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm really happy I could be a part of it.
Yeah, because I know you also worked Bombshell Ladies of Wrestling, and, now AIW Girls Night Out, and now Valkyrie, and then possibly Shimmer and Shine Wrestling, too, and WSU. You're just covering them all, girl. What's going on?
Well, I haven't worked for Shimmer or Shine.
Yeah.
So, but I'm happy I get to, get out there more. I definitely have the desire to get out there more and do as much as I can. I'm really happy I got to see California through wrestling, by the way, which is the greatest place I've ever been in my life. So I'm happy. I'm happy right now where I'm at and where people are bringing me and booking me. I'm glad I can get myself out there as Hania.
Do you have any aspirations like Jenny Rose, Mia Yim, Kelly Skater to take up training and competition in Japan?
Oh, God, that would be wonderful. That would be amazing. Yes, absolutely.
Like, would you, as Jenny Rose has done, she's practically moved over there. She lives in Japan.
Yes.
She works with World Woman Pro Wrestling Diana. So could you see yourself doing that, just, hauling your life off to Japan and just staying there, taking in the lifestyle and constantly training and, working with the other Joshis?
Absolutely. I could definitely see myself doing that. It's my dream to go to Japan one day. To be able to stay there for a long period of time would be wonderful. So I'm definitely all for it.
Cool.
Dan, I believe you have the floor.
Yeah, we actually had a question from one of the guys in the Angry Marks chat right now, King J. Shout out. Right before we went live, actually, me and Hania were talking about anime and video games and things like that. And he wants to know if you have any favorites.
Oh God, of course I say. Which favorite anime? Is that the question, or like favorite video games?
Favorite animes, favorite video games, anything. Like what interests you?
My favorite anime of all time is definitely 100% Inuyasha. Inuyasha is the greatest story ever told by mankind. And honestly, if someone walked up to me and said, if you could be a wrestler or you could live in Inuyasha, what would you choose? I'd probably choose living in Inuyasha. If it was a real thing and I could live in that world, I would do it.
Does that mean you'd be Kagome?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'd be anybody,
Or do you just want like a piece of the crystal shard to power up your wolf powers?
I want the whole thing. I want the whole shard. I want the whole jewel. The whole entire jewel. So I can become a full-fledged she-wolf. I would probably be the female Shishomaru, and I would just take the form of a gigantic, humongous wolf anytime I wanted. Actually, I can't wait for the next time I wrestle, because I'm doing Shishomaru face paint for myself. I'm going to wear the moon on my forehead.
Awesome. That is totally awesome.
Yeah, I've been planning on doing that for a while, and I never have had a good enough time to really get it right, but I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen through the Shishomaru face paint. As far as other animes go, I really like Elfen Lied, Sands of Destruction. What's another favorite of mine? I mean, all the movies like House of the Castle, Spirit Away. I just recently started watching Death Note. That's what I'm watching right now. I've seen a bit of Fairy Tail, although Fairy Tail has kind of lost my interest now. I don't even know where I'm at. I think I'm at like episode 30. But oh my goodness, I really like Death Note. I'm really upset because I wanted to watch Attack on Titan, and it's not dubbed in English, and it's really hard for me to read subtitles. I really don't have the attention span for subtitles, unfortunately. So it's a darn shame.